here. How's that? Is that better? Did it work? All right. It looks like it's working now. The mic seems to be working. All right. Yes, yes, yes. No sound? No sound? Seriously, still? How unusual. The mic seems to be working. Let me see here. Uh, yes, yes, yes. Now there's mic? Yes, okay, okay, good. The comments are delayed. Hey, hello everyone. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. My name is Ethan Van Sciver. Great to be with you here. Testing out my new OBS. Checking out my new OBS system here. And just, so far. It's just so far. We've got a ways to go yet to get this thing up to where it needs to be. But frankly, I think it's. Oh yeah, we have sound now. We have sound. Hooray! Everyone's celebrating. Yes, it's working. It's working. No, all it was it looks like my mic. I'd hit mute at some point subconsciously. Subconsciously, I muted this thing. All right, good, good, good. Mute does not change a powerful message. That is so correct, Nathaniel Mendez. Even muted, my truth comes through. In fact, sometimes muted, my truth comes through even stronger, and that is important. That's what we're all about here. It is my privilege and pleasure to be with you this morning or this noon. I've got the house; it's nice and quiet. Andrea said, "Hey, I'm going to take the girls shopping for school." She's like, "You can stay home and have a quiet house." I said, "That sounds good to me." I'll do a little live stream. I'll say hello to everybody. It'll be really really nice. All right, so we're gonna try this new OBS. I'm gonna get to be excellent at this. Right now, it's still not hooked into my Stream Deck. I'm taking this a little bit at a time. Why am I rattling in my own headphones? Everything is a disaster all the time. You'd think I actually was a boomer, and that wasn't just an ironic joke that people toss my way. You'd think I actually didn't know what I was doing. Of course I know what I'm doing. Of course I do. All right. So in any case, let me try something out here. This is my. By the way, this is when I'm off camera. I now have a live chair stream. Whenever I don't want to be on camera, it's just my chair. My chair will take over from now on. I hope you guys dig that. I hope you enjoy my chair stream. Okay. All right, check this out. Predator is a yellow lantern in the New York City Comic Con exclusive from NECA. This again, I mean, my work for DC Comics is absolutely unstoppable. You have to admit, at this point they can't stop referencing the greatness of the stuff that I produced when I was working at DC Comics. So this is, if you go to New York City Comic Con, you'll be able to pick up one of these. Predator as a Yellow Lantern is probably the coolest and most badass thing ever, based on the 2008 Dark Horse DC collaboration Green Lantern story. This NECA 2-pack will release alongside the Alien Batman and will be a New York City Comic Con exclusive. It comes jam-packed with a nice assortment of accessories and even a head swap for Hal Jordan to switch him to Jon Stewart. Predator is beautifully crafted for this figure set, and it shows with his Sinestro core weapon set, from his shoulder cannon, a spear, and his retractable throwing blade. The Predator essence is shown inside his superhero mashup. His figure can even remove his iconic mask to reveal his ugly mug. Wow, this sounds good. Hal Jordan Jon Stewart is also a perfect 2-for-1 special. While it would be cool to have 2 lanterns versus 1 Predator, which seems fair, 1 lantern could kick a Predator's ass. There's no possible way that a Predator could beat a Green Lantern. It's not even a fair fight. It's not even a fair fight. Having the ability to show off each lantern with Predator is pretty sweet. This is a perfect convention exclusive, and it is high on my watch list to get from New York City Comic Con. All right, let me check this out and see if it's any good. Can I click these? Oh, it's Jon Stewart. I wanted this for my Green Lantern. Oh, you sons of bitches. You sons of bitches. I said I wanted this way back when. I said, look, I want a little power beam that attaches to my Green Lantern ring, my Green Lantern action figure's ring. And it would be a bendy. This would be a bendy tube kind of thing here. You know, it'd be a bendy. That way you could make the beam bend in different directions. Well, that makes sense to me. All right. This Hal Jordan. It looks a little bit like my Hal Jordan. Little bit. Actually, I think it's based... Look at the chest symbol. The chest symbol is wrong. This is not modern. This is old school chest symbol. He's way too big. I think this is actually more like Jason Fabok's Hal Jordan rather than mine. But I approve because I think Jason gets him pretty much perfect. Look, he's just so chunky. This is not Hal Jordan. This is a big fat Hal Jordan. What is up with this? Why does he look like this? Look at his legs. Why does he have cellulite? What in God's holy name is this thing? This is a huge fat Hal Jordan. This is a pie-eating Hal Jordan. I'm outraged by this. Absolutely outraged. Yeah, I don't like this. I'm not going to buy this. I want the, I want the Predator. I dig the Predator because, look, it's hard to get him wrong. And then again, that's the symbol I created. That's my Sinestro Corps symbol. I do dig it. Yeah, but the Hal Jordan, and by the way, I don't like, what else don't I like? I do not like Jon Stewart's face. That is an ugly dude. That is an ugly dude. My Jon Stewart was handsome and elegant. He was handsome. He didn't look like this. What is this? What's this garbage all over his face? No, I don't like this. Yeah, it's a New York City Comic-Con exclusive because you can't sell this in stores. Nobody would buy this. They'd buy the Predator, though. Holy God. All right, so it's a 7-inch scale action figure. You get Green Lantern and Sinestro. You get Jon Stewart's severed head. You can put that severed head onto the Hal Jordan figure. I don't understand why they're built like this. They're built really super chunky. They have like, I don't know, they look like toddlers with like adult heads and like toddler bodies. Except they're muscular. The proportions are all effed up. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I guess I don't feel so great about it. I guess I'm not crazy about this, guys. I know you are. I know you guys like this. Yeah, why is his neck so thick? What is this? For God's sake. Ugh. Yeah. I don't know. All right, let's try to transition out of this. Back here, back to me. It works pretty good. It works pretty good, guys. I got my hashtag Comicsgate Live up here at the top. Now, I don't have all the ads that I'm going to have moving. Right now, I just have my my camera scenes going. But, I dig it. I think I think this is going to work out pretty good. It's not that hard to operate. It'll operate. I'll operate it a lot better once I get it plugged into my Stream Deck. But frankly, I think this is pretty good. It's more difficult than StreamYard's, but it's better, I think. It's better than StreamYard's. All right, let's look at this right here. Newsweek, time to rethink taboo on cannibalism? ? How could you even ask? I say the last piece of George for all of these people. It's not a lot. It's not enough to go around, frankly. Yeah. Since cannibalism is found throughout the animal kingdom and therefore is something natural. This is a great argument for everything. Cannibalism is found. Everything's found in the animal kingdom and therefore humans should do it too. Whenever degenerates talk about stuff they want to do, they go, the animal kingdom does it. The animal kingdom, it happens in the animal kingdom, so maybe human beings should do it too. We're no better than animals. Well, maybe you aren't. I am. I'm much better than any animal. Well, not every animal. I'm not better than a dolphin. I'm not better than a great white shark either. Great white sharks are pretty cool. I don't think I'm better than one of those. Maybe that's just because I'm afraid of them, though. I don't know. All right, since cannibalism is found throughout the animal kingdom and therefore is something natural, perhaps it's time for humans to rethink the ultimate taboo against eating human flesh. Newsweek proposes in an article on Wednesday. All right, Newsweek. That's right. That's why your magazine got sold off for $1. There is nothing necessarily unethical or unreasonable about eating human flesh, declares psychologist. This is where we are right now. This is where we find ourselves. It's like, yeah, maybe eating human flesh isn't, maybe we need to rethink that taboo. But careful reasoning over the merits of cannibalism is often overridden by our feelings of repulsion and disgust. If only we could stop being repulsed and disgusted by eating the eyeballs out of someone's head, then maybe we would actually get somewhere, intellectually. I mean, intellectually, let's consider cannibalism. Some people are saying, no, you guys don't like this idea. While not going so far as to recommend cannibalism, saying, quote, there is no need to overcome our repulsion for the foreseeable future. Well, what about into the future past where we can see it? At what point, are we going to have to overcome our repulsion for eating human flesh? 2032? That's further into the future than I can see. I can picture 2020 pretty well, maybe 2021. 2032 is way out there for me. I can't picture 2032. Will we be discussing eating human flesh in 2032? Can we revisit this conversation in 2032? The two authors suggest that humans could master their aversion for human flesh if they needed to. If they just want to. Why would you have this conversation? Well, if I had to eat a human being, I could figure it out. Many people develop disgust for all kinds of meats, while morticians and surgeons quickly adapt to initially difficult experience of handling dead bodies, they note. Our ongoing research with butchers in England suggests I'm going to vomit. I'm going to throw up. What the fuck is wrong with people right now? What is going on in the world? Oh, man. But I have to bring it to you. It's the news. I have to tell you guys. Our ongoing research with butchers in England suggests that they easily adapt to working with animal parts that the average consumer finds quite disgusting. Moreover, the psychological revulsion experienced over the prospect of consuming human flesh is not the product of reason and may even contradict reason, they argue in Wednesday's article, which originally appeared last week in The Conversation. Do you guys subscribe to The Conversation? Do you like The Conversation? The Conversation turns out to be about eating human meat. Biting into someone's ass flesh. Yeah. Justin Brown says he only eats vegans. So he could actually be convinced to eat vegans. Yeah, they're probably better for you, They're probably healthier for you. Survivors of the famous 1972 Andes plane crash waited until near starvation before succumbing to reason and eating those who had already died, they propose. Succumbing to reason. All sorts of animals eat members of their own species, from spadefoot tadpoles. You're no better than a spadefoot tadpole. And an Australian redback spider. You're no better than an Australian redback spider. Gulls and pelicans. And you're definitely not better than gulls or pelicans, they state. And cannibalism can even be found among mammals, they add, with many rodents such as bears, lions, and chimpanzees. And there's no way most of us are better than bears and chimpanzees. I am a bear. And I'm a chimpanzee, too. All right. Yet humans seem entrenched in their conviction that anthropophagy is simply wrong. No matter how many conditions are placed on hypothetical scenarios, why do you want to talk about this? Human revulsion towards cannibalism stems from our tendency to associate personhood and flesh, the authors propose, even when the flesh in question is no longer living. This used to be Grandmom, but she's not here anymore. Grandmom isn't in that body. So tuck in, kids. It's only meat. It's only... even if we could bring... Oh, God, I'm doing this because this is something that really gets me. Even if we can bring ourselves to deem cannibalism morally acceptable, they contend, we can't silence our thoughts about the person it came from, and so our bias against eating human flesh persists. We're so prejudiced. The way we interact with animals shapes the way we categorize them. Research shows that the more we think of animals as having human properties, that is, as being like us, the more we tend to think they're gross to eat, they note. Yeah, you wouldn't eat a cat, you know. You wouldn't eat a dog, probably. Because they're your friends. I actually made that determination. Like, you know, I will never eat a rabbit because bunnies are our friends. No bunnies. Turns out some bunnies aren't my friend. In fact, they're my enemy. But for the most part, no bunnies. We don't eat them. And even if a bunny is my enemy, I'm not going to eat that bunny. It's not going to happen. Yeah. Jay Hamilton says it's demonic. I don't think you're wrong about that. I think it's pretty weird. It is demonic. It's demonic. While noting in passing that philosophers have argued that burying the dead could be wasteful in the context of the fight. Oh my God, are you Don't bury your dead relative. People are hungry. There are starving people in China. You're gonna bury your grandma. There are starving people in China. How wasteful. How very wasteful. The authors ultimately do not propose breaking this taboo for now, saying, we're as happy as you are to continue accepting the wisdom of repugnance. Why? Why is this a thing? I'm so sorry. It's awful. It's awful. Frog's legs are good, says Jacob Marshall. I don't think so. Weeb Trash says, quote, eat a dick, Newsweek. Yeah, they're including the penis. You better believe they are. Of course they are, you know. Johnny Dollar says, EVS, sorry, but I have eaten frogs. I will not eat frogs. Frogs are my friends. I will not eat them. That's just how I feel. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm not going to do it. Yeah. It's just not for me. The author is Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah. Wretched Excess says, can't hear you very well, Uncle E. What if I did this? What if I took the microphone down low like this? Hold on. What if I did this? What if I did this? Is that better? What does it look like? I can't see myself yet. Hold on. Let me see if I tighten this. Okay. Cougar Knife says, frogs are friends, not food. That's how I feel. That's my own personal opinion about frogs. I like them. And I wouldn't eat a frog. I'd feel bad about eating a frog. I rescue them. I rescue frogs from my swimming pool. People think it sounds better now. Better audio? Way better. Yeah. I never thought of like having the microphone down this low. This might be better. And it doesn't look that... I mean, it looks pretty bad. As I look at it, it looks pretty bad. I'll figure out something, you know. Yeah. Looks good, sounds better. It looks good? All right, that's what I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about how it looks. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. I see other YouTubers and they've got... Hold on a second here. See, the problem is I have a fan there that's in the way. You know, I see some YouTubers and you can see the kind of Orson Welles sort of effect of their microphone here. What if I did that? No, that looks, okay. You guys, don't worry. We're gonna get this all worked out together. You don't understand. I'm putting all kinds of effort into making this show better. I know it doesn't look better right now, but I truly am doing my best to improve this show and make it as good as, I don't know, PewDiePie. Who's good? I don't really know. All right, go over here. Brie Larson is in the news today. Brie Larson decided it would be funny to wield Thor's hammer. It wasn't funny. Fuck you. Brie Larson is the woman of her word. The actress behind Marvel's latest fan favorite superhero, Captain Marvel, posted a picture on Instagram on Wednesday of her holding Thor's famous hammer, Mjolnir. Larson, 29, seems to be posing at some sort of office for Marvel Studios as past Iron Man suits line the walls behind her. Not to be whatever, but I told you I could lift it, Larson captioned the shot, referring to a 2018 interview in which she said that Captain Marvel could definitely lift the hammer. The legend of the mighty hammer states that only those who are worthy are able to lift it. And it's also gender specific, but Marvel actually had to change that. Marvel changed it. It said he can lift the hammer of Thor. It didn't say anyone. It didn't say she. The pronouns were very specific. The hammer actually listed its pronouns. Why didn't Marvel Comics respect them? Why didn't Marvel Comics respect Mjolnir's pronouns? I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. The legend of the mighty hammer states that only those who are worthy are able to lift it. A funny scene in 2015's Avengers Age of Ultron proved that Chris Hemsworth's Thor was the only one who could at the time, though Chris Evans' Captain America was able to make it move. That small moment paid off big time in this year's Avengers Endgame, when Captain America was able to use the hammer to defeat the big baddie Thanos. Garbage tier. Look at her. Not to be whatever, but I told you I could lift it. Fuck you. Oh my God. I really dislike this person. I didn't know I could dislike an actress as much as I dislike Brie Larson. I don't know what it says. I don't know what it says about me, but I really don't like her. People say, why are you making so many videos about Brie Larson? Is it just because of the algorithm? No. I don't ride the algorithm. I really do hate Brie Larson. I think she's a despicable person. She's thoroughly annoying. The hammer will next be held by another fan favorite character, Natalie Portman's Jane Foster, who finds Natalie Portman's Jane Foster to be a fan favorite? Holy cow. Nobody does. Everyone forgot about Natalie Portman as Dr. Jane Foster. In fact, Natalie Portman took that job before she realized that she was going to have to be Thor. She thought she was going to be the love interest of Thor. No, you get to be Thor now. That's how weird the world has become. You actually get to become Thor. I understand you're only 3.5 feet tall. I understand you're very, very little. But you get to be Thor. It's going to be embarrassing for you. It's going to be embarrassing for everybody. But that's going to be your next thing. The actress is set to make her return on the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the upcoming fourth Thor movie titled Thor: Love and Thunder. God, that sounds so weird. Oh, it sounds like Thor: Love and Thunder. It sounds like a male strip review. It sounds horrible. It sounds like a nightmare. Oh, God. Porgs Look Tasty says, can we go back to talking about eating people? It's less disgusting than talking about Brie Larson. I agree. I want to go back to talking about cannibalism. But no, we have to finish this. All right, so, and she won't just be a scientist this time. It was revealed at Marvel's San Diego Comic-Con panel that Portman's Foster will be Lady Thor. Lady Thor. And wield the mythical hammer. All right. The moment was made more special when director Taika Waititi, Y-E-T-T, presented the hammer to Portman, who held it up as the crowd roared their approval. Was it approval or was it outrage? Why do these people think they can decide things like that? I would guess that it was more outrage. When you use the word roar, the crowd hissed their approval. I think they were pissed. Feels pretty good. I've always had a little hammer envy, Portman told the cheering crowd. The two were joined on stage by Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson. The worst people on the face of the world. What is with Chris Hemsworth is complicit in all of this. He is with, like, Tessa Thompson, him and, he was with Tessa Thompson, who was a wannabe Brie Larson in the failed Men in Black International, whatever that was, movie. Tessa Thompson admires Brie Larson like nothing I've ever seen. That is a girl crush. And Chris Hemsworth keeps, I don't know, allowing this to happen. Chris Hemsworth, stop cucking to these weirdo feminists. Stop it. Stop it. You don't have to do this, dude. You don't have to. You could be in cool movies about Vikings and barbarians. You don't have to be a prop, a joke for Tessa Thompson and Brie Larson. That doesn't have to be your future or your present. Doesn't have to be what you do for the foreseeable future, which is 2020 and 2021. 2032 is a different question. We'll be eating human flesh in 2032. We can revisit this then. Thompson's Valkyrie will be entering a new role as King of Asgard, 'cause she's lesbian, in the movie after Hemsworth's Thor passed the title in Endgame. She'll also make history as the MCU's first openly LGBTQ superhero when she looks for her queen, Thompson revealed at the panel. All right, that's nice. Everything is ridiculous. Who are these movies for? What is this for? Every time, we were talking about, we did a review of this Phantom Menace, the fake documentary that somebody made. And there's this great scene where there's like this, kind of stocky, I don't know, gender fluid black woman, maybe woman, I don't know, talking to Kathleen Kennedy, talking to, what's her name? Daisy Ridley Ray, on a stage at Star Wars Celebration. There were 3 women on a stage at Star Wars Celebration talking about the future of Star Wars, and the entire audience behind them. I mean, we're talking about, you could see 100 people, and 97 of them were men. It's like the future of Star Wars is female. And you just see these cucked out, bearded egg men sitting there going, yay! Do you see, even in your audience, do you see the people who are there to learn about Star Wars news? 97% of them are men. Why are you trying to sell them Barbies? Why are you doing it? The MCU, I'm sure 90% of your fans are male. Why are you trying to sell them Brie Larson? Why are you trying to sell them Tessa Thompson as lesbian king of Asgard? Why? How much cuckery is there out there? What percentage of men are cucks right now in fandom? Because we got 95% of, I'm saying 97% of fandom is male. What percentage of that fandom is cucked? They're counting on a good portion. They're counting on a good portion of those of that audience to actually be cucked out. I don't know. I don't know if that's wise, frankly. Chris Collins says the future is beta. Yeah. Let's see. Camera's a little silly again. Okay, good. The future is beta. Evidently. I guess. Charlie's London says Rainbow Brute movie, Hemsworth gets manhood back. No, he's permanently cucked. I mean, look, I would never have such a cuck play a symbol of the best of masculinity. Rainbow the Brute. I wouldn't allow it. Not only that, whoever plays Rainbow the Brute has to be a little person. I need a badass little person to play Rainbow the Brute. I mean, he should be very small. He should be stocky. And people keep showing me fan art. People keep showing me fan art of Rainbow the Brute and he's full-sized. How many more times? Rainbow the Brute is little. He's a little dwarfy action figure, by the way. First of all, if you met Rainbow Brute in real life, he'd be 6 or 7 inches tall. He's little. He's just a little toy that's come to life. But not only that, he's a dwarf. He's got dwarfy proportions. He's a fairy barbarian king. I don't know if he's king. Alan Sparks says 75% cuck between 18 and 35. Those are good. I think those are fair statistics. If you actually consider between 18 and 35, the millennial generation, 75% of them are cucked out. Get it together, guys. I'm telling you that beneath that, I'm telling you the next generation is awesome. They are not going the way of cuckery. They're definitely not going the way of cuckery. Yeah. Tom Cruise could do it. Peter Dinklage would be great. I mean, I didn't even think of that, but that's obvious. Yeah, he would be great as Rainbow the Brute. But he's cucked out too, I think. I'm pretty sure he's SJW. I don't know. Yeah, can't be sure. So are you guys following this whole thing, the war between Sony and Disney for Spider-Man that's gone like it's gotten pretty dirty. And Data Racer 117, who I think is awesome, great researcher, cool guy. Appreciate his work. Like, he actually digs in. The thing I like about Data Racer is he digs in and actually he's able to get information. He usually finds people that will, kind of expound upon his suspicions. And he has some pretty good, he has a good grasp of what's going on. Now, I wouldn't have noticed this, and I don't know if you would have noticed this either, but he certainly did. Check this out. Data Racer 117 says, Disney demanded Sony give them a 50-50 deal for Spider-Man. Sony wanted to keep the current agreement, and then they went public about it. Disney has launched a bot army to attack Sony tonight using hashtag Save Spider-Man. Tons of identical tweets coming from crooked Disney ops. Every time these SJWs, come up with an idea. I know you guys can only see a little bit of this. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can shrink the screen a little. Will that work? A little bit better now, hopefully. Every time SJWs accuse you of something, it's what they're doing. When they started talking about Russian bots affecting the election, I didn't know what the F they were talking about. I didn't know that was something that you could do. But it is. It's something that they do. Spider-Man Studios, Sony goes public with Marvel movie divorce. We are disappointed, they said. Sony actually came out and said, yeah, look, we couldn't make it work. Disney is actively being aggressive about this. Look at this. They keep repeating. This is like the way Disney does this with these weirdo bots, these fake accounts. I mean, it's like something out of The Shining. What in God's holy name is this? Tony Stark did not travel back in time to get the Infinity Stones just so Sony could fuck it up. By the way, using the F word, Disney, in your bots? Just so Sony could fuck it up by taking Spider-Man out of the MCU. Hashtag Save Spider-Man. Same thing over and over again. Look at this. And then this one adds, you can't just take Tom Holland after we've fallen in love with him. Hashtag Save Spider-Man. It's all the same. These are the same goddamn tweets over and over again with hashtag Save Spider-Man. This is Disney's bot army. This is harassment, I think. Here's more. Here's more of this. This is unreal. This is how they operate. This is how Disney deceives. Tony Stark did not travel back in time to get the Infinity Stones just so Sony could fuck it up by taking Spider-Man out of the MCU. You can't... Look, just U, the letter U. Up here, the letter U, letter U. You can't just take Tom Holland after we've fallen in love with him. Hashtag Save Spider-Man, Save Spider-Man, Save Spider-Man. No, it's not that. It's Save Disney's bottom line. Hashtag Disney wants 50% of Spider-Man from Sony. Disney wants a larger cut of the pie. I completely understand. It's not about this. It's about Disney wanting 50% of Spider-Man. And Sony saying, no, we're not going to do that. He's ours. We'll give you 5%. Disney throws a huge temper tantrum and launches all of these fake bot accounts after Sony to try to influence public opinion. and use the internet to pressure Sony into giving them a bigger cut, the cut that they request, 50% of their IP. God, this is weird. This is absolutely outrageous. Save Spider-Man. It has nothing to... You don't care about Spider-Man. You want 50% of Spider-Man. You want the money. Pisses me off. Look at this. More of it. Here's a different message. Here's a different message repeated over and over again. Tom Holland worked so hard to portray Peter Parker perfectly for years, and now Sony is going to fuck things up and take it away from him. Sony and Disney is going to screw this up big time. Tony Stark didn't die for y'all to pull Spidey out of... Who's writing this? Pull Spidey out of the MCU like that. Who writes all these? Y'all, with the F word. What is this garbage? Sony, run from Disney. You know what? I'm team Sony right now. I don't really... Like, here's what I know. We have a common enemy, and that enemy is Disney at this point. What the hell is this? This is infuriating. How do I launch a bot army? I want to launch a bot army. If anybody knows how to launch a bot army, could you please let me know? Like, send me a little private message. I'd like to just have a bunch of fake accounts all say what I want them to say. Brie Larson's whore. What the fuck? Why? It feels like the end of the world. I swear to God. Look at these toxic people on Twitter, says the Anime Slayer. So very true. Unfortunately, they're not even real people. Or are they? Are they real people who have agreed? So look at this. This person, Elin Semi-Iya, I think came up with this initial post, is it? And then everybody just copies it? I don't get it. I don't understand how it works, really. Necrospike says, bot army or bought army? It's a good question. I don't know. Necrospike says, you could pay me. Could I? Okay. E says, call up the Russians, EVS. Yeah, the Russians know how to do this. You know, I got to admire the Russians. All right. Now, save Spider-Man from Sony is trending, and the Sony attack tweets are getting 5,000 to 20,000 likes in the last 3 to 6 hours. Disney is pulling ops to place social media pressure on Sony to fold. Walt Disney would fire Crooked Bob Iger on the spot if he was still around today. You got to be kidding me. Look at the likes on this. 19,000.1 likes? What the hell? So not only are they... Okay, so you launch bots, and then you launch bots to retweet the bots and to like the bots and just build up that algorithm. Just using the internet. Basically, you know, the kind of gay ops that SJWs use to cancel people. It's like cancel culture. This is cancel culture on a huge corporate level aimed at Sony to pressure them into acting against their own best interest when it comes to one of their IPs. Disney will have their way. And essentially that's what Disney's saying, look, give us what we want or we're gonna totally destroy you. Unreal. Save Spider-Man from Sony. A lot of people want to see Tobey Maguire back. You know. Sign the petition, change.org. This is a matter of money. I mean, I know none of this is real, but you people understand this is a matter of money. This is Disney trying to get a much bigger share of Spider-Man than they're entitled to, and they're now trying to elicit the emotions of the fans to make that happen. God, it's so disgusting. Ugh. You want to see something even more disgusting than this or cannibalism? Dark Captain Marvel launches in November. Dark Captain Marvel. It's weird because, first of all, nobody likes Captain Marvel. I mean, that's a thing. Nobody really likes Captain Marvel, but Marvel Comics is strangely insistent about this character. I do not understand. I don't understand why they insist on Captain Marvel, but they do. And so they're trying to do everything that they can. They're trying to imitate other much more beloved Marvel Comics characters in order to maybe make Captain Marvel more interesting. So I have an idea. Jean Grey worked out, and then we made her Phoenix, and then Dark Phoenix. Why don't we do Dark Captain? We'll even call it Dark Captain Marvel. We'll even call it Dark Captain Marvel. We're not even going to try to come up with another name. Like Empress Marvel or something like that. We're not going to do anything like that. We're going to call her Dark Captain Marvel. She's already dark. Everything around Captain Marvel is pretty dark. It's pretty disturbing. Marvel Comics to Fox. We did Dark Phoenix first and we did it better. We can do it again. Kelly Thompson tweets, well, I know this is going to scare a lot of you. It's going to scare you guys. I hope you can trust me that we're telling an incredible Captain Marvel story, and I think a story unlike we've ever seen before in Carol's book. No, but we've seen it in X-Men. We haven't seen it in Carol's book yet, but we've seen it in X-Men. Captain Marvel number 12 introduces Dark Captain Marvel in The Last Avenger as Carol Danvers goes up against the rest of the Avengers. CBR got the PR quoting Complete Bastard Cebulski saying, as Kelly continues her daring and defining run on Captain Marvel in this new arc, The Last Avenger, she pushes the boundaries even further by taking Carol in a dark and deadly new direction. Oh, is she going to die? It's deadly? She going to die? No, she's not. Oh, okay. Ordinarily, that's what you guys would do with a character that has failed so colossally as Captain Marvel, at least in the comics. She's not going to die. And we're thrilled that acclaimed artist Lee Garbett has come on board to bring his spectacular story, A Poor Bastard. What role for a star? All right, so here's a cover. This looks like Mark Brooks. Mark Brooks has the messiest signature in the world. I don't know what this is. Why does Thor have a thalidomide hand? Fuck you, Mark Brooks. All right, so here's the new Dark Captain Marvel. They've given her a flavor saver. They've smeared all of her eye makeup all over her eyes. They've given her a goatee. They've given her a goatee like the Junkman artist from the Iron Giant. You know, she's got that goatee now. I don't know. It's a cool costume. Good job. They did a nice remake. A nice revamp of this costume, I gotta admit. It's very DC Comics. It's very stylized and sleek. Dark Captain Marvel. That makes me want to read it more because it's dark. Yeah. These look like the eyes, like this eye makeup. This is like what I did for Ronnie Raymond when we were doing the Fury of Firestorm relaunch. I did this, you know. Chucky Wookie said, hey, EVS, you missed my super chat, which I don't mind. If it's something you don't want to read, tell me so I can adjust. I only use super chats as a way to give you my cash and thanks for streaming. Chucky, I haven't read super chats yet, really. Just a couple of them that I noticed. I'm going to go back and I will read all the super chats and thank you guys because, yeah, I mean, you know, your tips, super chats are tips and I greatly appreciate them. So don't you worry. I'll read them. And if you ask me any questions, I will answer them. We'll do a little Q&A after this and just kind of enjoy the new OBS setup, which is only going to improve. I cannot wait. I've got animated ads. I've got all kinds of cool stuff. Rainbow Brute, Vampirella, everything. It's fantastic. Yeah, I guess this is meant to say Avengers, but it's too crumbled right now. I can't read it anymore. I can sort of see the A and the V and then, you know, that's it. A-V-E-N. And then that's all. This looks horrible, and it's a horrible idea. I don't know what's up with the House of Idea. I mean, the House of Idea is pretty much recycling the same idea over and over again these days. And it's so embarrassing. It's like they even admit it in the Bleeding Cool article. Everybody has to pretend that this isn't happening. Captain Marvel is a failed character. Nobody likes Captain Marvel. And yet they persist. Just like Elizabeth Warren. And yet they persist. Why? What are they doing? Are they trying to create entertainment, or are they trying to make some sort of statement here? What is their statement? We don't care what you guys say. We insist upon this character. I understand that Marvel Comics needs to have a strong, singular female hero. This one ain't working. This one didn't cut it. Also, you can fire Ms. Marvel into the sun. That is a piece of shit. That character sucks. God, that's like the F-level character at Marvel Comics. Imagine you're breaking into Marvel Comics and they're like, you're going to have to draw a little bit of Kamala Khan. I'd be like, oh, man. All right. Okay. Let me try to get psyched up about Kamala Khan as an artist. Ugh. So grim. It's awful. You have to do, when you're first breaking into comics, you have to do whatever they tell you to do. You know? So it's Kamala Khan. Okay, all right. Just going to exploit all the new talent we find. Put them on Kamala Khan. Stop it. Create something good. Let your creative people... Do you have creative people anymore? Are any of them willing to sacrifice good ideas that they may have? Sell them to Marvel Comics for a paycheck? I mean, this just ain't cutting it. This is shit. This is actually... not only does this comic book not sell... Not only has this comic book been launched and canceled more times, and my God, I mean 8 times, 9 times in the last 5 years, but now you're actively stealing from the X-Men. You're stealing from Chris Claremont, John Byrne. And people know it. Everyone knows it. It's so embarrassing, guys. It's really embarrassing. Good God. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're supposed to do about this. Just accept it? We just accept this? I guess so. I guess everybody's going to accept it and just kind of keep looking the other way while the comic book industry collapses. It's a good plan. All right, I'm going to read these super chats. Thank you guys for sending them, and then we'll just talk. We'll hang out a little bit. I love the title of the stream, Rethinking Cannibalism. That's one of the best titles I think I've ever come up with. Let's rethink it. You know. P-Money says, cannibalism. I know frogs eat meat, but, yeah. Well, I mean, look, maybe we were too hasty by being repulsed by cannibalism. Mark C says, if you must eat people, eat hobos. You help solve the homeless problem, and they've been marinating in wine for years. Very tasty. Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's a great idea. They've been marinating in wine. It's not good wine, but is it cooking wine? That sounds... I guess that's a good idea. I guess we would eat the homeless. Point Curation says, self-cannibalism, you are what you eat. Midnight Images says, what's up? What's up, peeps? How's it going, EVS? It's going good. Eric Hawk says, did any of them morons look up prion disease? What's prion disease? I haven't looked it up. I don't know what it is. E says, Animal Kingdom is ruled by toxic masculinity. Well, then maybe we should be emulating the Animal Kingdom a little bit more. Johnny Dollar says, Soy Boy Green is people. Chucky Wookie says, fancy chowing down on Mark Waid. I'd rather be vegan. I don't know. I mean, look, perhaps the strong should consume the weak. I would say Mark Waid would be first in the frying pan. If we were going to actually start eating human beings, let's eat the annoying ones first. Mark Waid, right in the oven. Mr. Josh Shin says Mike's Japanese. He would eat a dog. Charlie's London says, would you eat frog legs? Now you're king of the frogs. No, I would never eat frog. I will not eat reptiles or amphibians. I find the whole idea repugnant. I couldn't imagine that. They're not food. They're creepy crawly things. Having said that, lobster is creepy crawly kind of, and it's delicious. So I don't really know. You know, my rules are arbitrary. You know, that you can't, you know, I don't know. I'm a hypocrite about all that stuff. Mike Lombardo says, as I am 28, I most certainly consider myself among the remaining 25%. Good for you, Mike. He says, love the channel EVS. I always find you funny as fuck. In a great way, of course. All right, well, that's nice. Thank you. Jay Sim says they did the same thing with Captain Marvel bots. Yeah, do you remember that? They try to bully public opinion. I don't understand why they do that. It's really repulsive. Liam Gray says Tom Holland wanted to gay up Pete against the wishes of Stan. Now consumers want a Sony Spider-Man. So do I. Hashtag down with Disney. Yeah, Tom Holland came out and said, yeah, I don't know why Peter Parker couldn't be gay. Maybe he's gay. He's not gay, dude. He's not gay. It's in the comics. I mean, Iceman is ambiguous. I understand we've seen Iceman maybe hit on a few chicks, but frankly, the character has always been gay. Spider-Man, in his own way. Spider-Man has never been gay. Ever, you know. He's always loved the ladies. So there's no way Spider-Man could ever be gay, and Stan Lee said no. Stan Lee literally said no. You gotta listen to Stan Lee. Liam Gray says, also, the Amazon is literally burning down. Black skies turn day to night. Biggest news ever, and the media is silent, but not about Spidey. Is that right? The Amazon is burning down? You don't mean Amazon.com. See, that would be a problem because I ordered a new shower curtain. I'm expecting that to come today. You just mean the rainforest. Okay, that's all right. Charlie's London says, do you think Venoms had anything to do with this? I don't know. Draco says, hey, Uncle Ethan, I'll be at Dragon Con next weekend. Want me to take any videos of comics-related panels? There is one. Wait a second. There is one. Hold on. I gotta find this. This is very funny. Hold on. Let me move the microphone. This is not working out. Okay, let's see. Oh my god. Where is it? Dragon Con, where are you? Okay, so I just found your website. Let's find out if I can find your thing here, your replies to the scandal. There is a scandal going on about Dragon Con. Let's see. Oh, they changed it. Oh, this is funny. Hold on. Okay, here we go. I found it. This is great. Oh, everything's amusing. Boom. Look at this. All right, so this person, Dana, goes, I'm so incredibly disappointed to see Dragon Con allow a panel that is just so clearly discriminatory on their roster. At a convention that just added a diversity track in a country that's doing its damnedest to disenfranchise transgender people. We're trying our best. We're trying our best to disenfranchise transgender people. We're doing everything that we can. And we're, sometimes obstacles arrive along the road and we are unable to disenfranchise transgender people as much as we want to. But here's a panel called Being Skeptical About Being Transgender. Oh no, you got to be kidding me. Let me click on this. Being transgender from historical, biological, cultural, and behavioral context. Is there a biological basis for being transgender, or is it culturally constructed and learned? Oh shit. Dragon Con. No, that is not PC. Descend upon them, SJWs. Get them. Dragon Con goes, looking into this. Stand by. Yeah, you better look into this. Look at this. Oh my goodness, please, don't have a panel being skeptical about being transgender. That'd be the worst thing in the world. Please don't do this. That is not cool. Oh, wow. Yeah, that is not cool. Please do look into it, Dragon Con. Okay, let's change the title. That'll fix everything, okay? Now the title is, Don't Be Skeptical About Being God damn. That fixes everything. Now the title is Don't Be Skeptical, okay? We just fixed it. Description. This presentation will analyze being transgender from historical, biological, cultural, and behavioral context. Trans scientist and author Dr. Dana Bevin will present the current scientific consensus surrounding the ideological bases for being transgender versus the idea that it is culturally constructed and learned. Oh, we fixed that real quick. Great job. We can't be skeptical. No, don't be skeptical about it. Like, that's pretty subtle. That is pretty subtle. Don't be skeptical. Oh, my God. Wow. So we went from, again, and problem solved. Problem solved. Where is it? Oh, God. It's amazing. Okay. So we went from being skeptical about being transgender, that title doesn't work. That's, let's change it to don't be skeptical about being transgender. I don't know. Am I transgender? I have some skepticism. Don't be skeptical. Just be transgender. Okay. All right. Very good. We agree. We are sincerely apologetic to any and all DragonCon fans that were affected by this. So many people some people were killed by it. I think there are people that actually died because of this. We are an event for everyone by everyone. Except for me. I don't know if I'm allowed there. Am I allowed there? We will learn from this and place procedures in place going forward to prevent this from occurring again. This is incredible. When you F with the trans community, that is it. You have to actually place procedures in place going forward to destroy anyone. Not only just make sure that you watch your language a little bit. Don't just do that, but actually destroy, take apart. Like, you have to aim the Death Star at anyone who comes close to making this mistake again. That is the answer to this behavior. As much as we would like to have multiple panels covering some of the same themes, it doesn't always permit that. Hey there, little s. There are plenty of other LGBTQ events during the day. This particular panel has been marked mature audiences to permit the panelists to explore some of the adult components associated with the show. Critical studies of diversity and representation in science fiction. I think Zach should be there. I think your boy Zach should actually host this this particular panel. What do you think the chances of that are? Probably not that good. There was some other video game company. What was the just recently now? I think I saw somebody else talking about it. But there's another There's another video game company that had a problem just recently, where one of their video game devs, one of these guys, was actually caught on a Discord saying, look, if you are a parent who is questioning your infant child's whether or not your infant child is trans, you might be mentally ill. And this company that employs this dev fired these people, and then also said, look, if we're going to have a policy that if anyone talks like that ever again, we are going to destroy their worlds. And that's our policy from then on. We're just going to destroy them. We'll take them apart. We're going to implement a policy of keel hauling. Do you remember keel hauling? Why don't we keel haul anymore? Probably because we don't have boats. Let me look up keel haul. Keel hauling was it's a good thing. There's a pretty good method of torture, I think. There's a pretty good method of punishment. We talk about daddy's belt, and that's fine, but keel hauling, a contemporary description suggests it was not intended to be fatal. Keel hauling, a punishment inflicted for various offenses in the Dutch Navy. It is performed by plunging the delinquent, that's you, repeatedly under the ship's bottom on one side, hoisting him up on the other side, having passed under the keel. So you're going to go under the boat. All right, it's a form of punishment and potential execution. The sailor was tied to a line, looped beneath the vessel, thrown overboard on one side of the ship, and dragged under the ship's keel. Either from one side of the ship to the other, or the length of the ship. You get dragged under that boat. We got to bring back keel hauling. We got to do it. I think it was effective, When keel hauling was a thing, people stayed in line. People didn't get out of line. Not at all. 2019 is the new 1984, says Steve the Illustrator. You are not kidding me. You are 100% correct there. Craziness. Wow, look how fast the chat's going. Plunging. Bring back keel hauling. Point of privilege, says Epic Mojo. All right, I'm going to just answer you guys' questions now. This is a Q&A. This is a Q&A. Margaret Miracle says, sounds like underwater surfing. I promise you, it isn't like underwater surfing, you know. I think you wouldn't enjoy it as much as you think you would. Like, you're probably thinking, that sounds fun. It is not fun. NA says, it would crush you. The water's powerful. Let's see. Giuseppe Balsamo says, would you support dueling to defend honor? Yeah, I would. I'd support dueling for almost anything. I think if we brought back dueling, pistols at 10 paces, people would shut the F up. And that's like the ultimate goal, is to get people to shut the F up. We got to bring back dueling. It was better for people. SeedFan85 says, and thanks for $2, says, the main character of my book gets keel hauled. Is that right? I kind of want to read your book. I really like keel hauling, and I like to threaten people with keel hauling. I haven't threatened too many people with keel hauling. Billy Sidna says, how's Cyberfrog going? It's done. I'm told I'm going to have copies of the team up cover, the team up fist bump cover on Monday. I'm actually going to have copies, and then fulfillment begins. I'm very excited about it, but I'm not talking about it too much because, frankly, my heart's been broken too many times. So, but anyway, I'm telling you what I understand. E says, with the new generation coming up, the far left is done. Yeah, I think so. You know, honestly, if Trump wins the election again, the far left is done. If he wins again, forget it. It's going to be huge. If he wins again, then they're going to have to admit that Ruth Bader Ginsburg died last year. Adrian Stone says, let me know if you need help showing the ads. No, I will. Adrian, I'm right now I'm just messing with what I have, what I've got done. By the way, Adrian Stone in the chat here is the guy who put together my OBS. I really appreciate it. But I haven't figured everything out yet. So, we'll get together again, and hopefully I got to connect the Stream Deck. I'm doing everything kind of by hand now. I would love to be able to use the Stream Deck. Yeah, people are really happy. Good job, man, says 3D Robin. Draco51683 says, I didn't know about that trans panel. Something I will avoid now. But you didn't answer my question. Want videos of comics-related panels? Oh, that was, yeah. No, I don't think so. Enjoy it. If you see, there's going to be a Cyberfrog cosplayer there again. Same guy, Cyberfrog and Heather. Take pictures of him. He's added teeth to the Cyberfrog costume. I'm pretty excited about him. I would love to have him appear at a panel. Not a panel, convention appearance with me. He'd be my booth babe. Cyberfrog booth babe. I get Heather and Cyberfrog. Blasted Heath says, Ethan, what's your favorite zombie movie? The 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later movies, I think, are my favorite. But the Dawn of the Dead remake, ironically written by James Gunn, is also really, really great. Liam Gray says, Stan Lee's daughter sides with Sony. Well, that makes sense because probably, even though Stan Lee's daughter is supposed to be a horrible person who used to beat up her dad and demand money and cars and things like that, Sony seems to be respecting Stan Lee's wishes a little bit more, so that doesn't surprise me too much. SeedFan85 says, if Trump wins again, one of two things happens. Either the far left gets destroyed or Trump gets assassinated. Ooh, I hope not. I think that would be really, really bad. I mean, I know that would be really, really bad. That would be devastating for this country. That would be war. Like, if something like that happened, that would be war. That'd be crazy. So let's hope nothing like that happens, and the left can kind of keep themselves together for the next 5 years. Let's see. Charlie's London says, oh no, you're responding to somebody else. Richard Richardson says, why are you suddenly in all my dreams? Tell me why. I don't get it. Is it subconscious love? Are you dreaming about me? That's interesting. I didn't know that anyone was dreaming. Oh, no, somebody else told me they had a dream about me too. I don't know. I can't explain it. I guess you really enjoy the show. You like the things that I say, or you like the way that I say them. And, maybe that's why. I don't know. Why am I in anybody's dreams? Let's see. Trump does not change a cybernetic voter demographic, says Nathaniel Mendez. Yeah. By the way, Brian Kriskow says 28 Days doesn't have zombies. They're still alive. The infected. Yeah, but they're zombies. I know they're infected with the rage virus, but, they act like zombies. And people, that's a point of contention. People get really angry about it. I mean, honestly, if it isn't 28 Days Later, what's my favorite zombie movie? Let's see. Dr. Johnny Asshole says, ever see Cemetery Man? Yeah, of course, I have it. I have a pretty good zombie movie DVD collection. I would buy every zombie movie. I have seen that one, and I do like it. It's pretty funny. I guess my favorite zombie movie, other than the 28 Days Later movies, would be Peter Jackson's Dead Alive, which I've seen a million times and is really, really funny. And people don't really think of that as a zombie movie, but it is. Obviously it is. Matt Madaween says, do you think there will be any SJW backlash for DC killing off Jessica Cruz? No, people are telling me that Jessica Cruz isn't even really dead. Like she's going to go to hell or be an angel or something like that and fight her way back to life. It sounds really fucking stupid, honestly. But whatever, I don't... It's comics, like, these characters die and they come right back again. There's no such thing as death in comic books, now more than ever. I mean, characters don't even stay dead for a month. It's ridiculous. Liam Gray says, do you think Epstein swan dived and broke his neck, or do you think it was an assassination? It wasn't an assassination. I'm pretty sure he was allowed, he was permitted to kill himself. And let me tell you something, I'm sure he wanted to. I mean, I'm pretty sure he wanted to. I'm pretty sure that he knows what people are going to find out about him. And there's no, life is over after that. Life is over after it's determined that you run a pedophile brothel on an island, and that rich and powerful people, you have shepherded them, allegedly, back and forth to this island to have sex with kids. Life is over. You go ahead and kill yourself at that point, I think he wanted to. I don't think he wanted to live with that disgrace. And I think it was just a matter of powerful people making it so that he was able to. And I think that's pretty clear. I think that's what happened. I don't think he was assassinated at all. I think, if anything, people high up, the people who, may be compromised by his information, made it possible for him to, do that. People look the other way, give him the equipment he needs, a bed sheet, whatever it was. Pilgrim Driver, it's pretty interesting. I mean, it really does. I mean, that kind of thing is usually left to conspiracy theorists, but it's pretty clear that that's what happened. What do you guys agree or disagree? Pilgrim Driver, thanks for $2. He says, you are the pie man, cuckoo, cashew. Andrea said, did you eat that entire apple pie? I said, yep, I did. Like 3 days ago. Liam Gray says, watch Wormwood, Road of the Dead. You're welcome. Oh, is that another zombie movie? That I haven't seen a zombie movie in a little while. It's hard for me to watch grown-up movies right now. The TVs are always occupied with children's programming. Always. I can't get 3 hours to sit down and watch a movie. I just downloaded the Godzilla movie. I downloaded the Godzilla movie from iTunes. So I'm pretty excited about getting a minute to watch that. EVS, do you think Epstein's in hell? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in hell for lots of reasons. He's got to be in hell. EVS, you should draw a zombie Jessica Cruz. What's left of her? There's nothing left of her. Damascus Steel says, Sicko Fant, possible Cyber Frog character? Maybe, yeah. Sicko Fant. And what would his thing be? He'd be a sicko elephant. And who would he be a sycophant towards? Jeffrey Epstein, probably. Jay Hamilton says, I don't know, man. You guys don't like my theory? Don't listen to Ethan's blue pills. Well, no, I mean, I don't think it's a blue pill. I think that's what happened. I mean, it was, yeah, assisted suicide. You know, it had to have been. Somebody told him what to do. Because I mean, it's not easy. It's that's something. You have a bed sheet, and how do you do it? Somebody had to tell him what to do, and then have other people look the other way. Like, here's a quick way to snap your neck. You know, people are saying Epstein's not dead. Really? Did you guys see the dead body of him? The picture of his body? I thought. I thought they showed a picture of that. I saw it. Sir Billy Ritchie says Ethan watched the anime High School of the Dead. Okay. You guys are on a whole other level here. Hey Ethan, will you please give us a Godzilla review? You want me to? I mean, it didn't get good reviews. I'm not anticipating that it's going to be very good. I'm just anticipating that I will enjoy it. I'll give you a review. Jalapeno Milk says, review Godzilla, please. Would love to hear your thoughts. Okay, I will. CFan85, thanks for $5, says, at least it's scripted content. Down under, we only get bargain basement reality TV cooking competitions or renovation shows. Those are always on my TV, too. It's like, yeah, Andrea will watch that stuff nonstop. Bow ties are cool, says, did you see Mags wants to revive the Red Sun logo? Yes, I did. It was so funny. Oh my God, somebody totally destroyed. You know what? I love clapbacks. I love really good clapbacks. I keep my mouth shut about clapbacks unless I have a good one. But this is pretty enormous, and I was very impressed with this. Let me just show you this here. Sometimes Twitter is fun. Most of the time, Twitter is fun. You can't take it too seriously. Mag says we need a symbol. Mag said Chicks Dig It. By the way, like, that's old. Chicks Dig It. That was a band in the 1980s. She says, we need a symbol that says we're socialists and love comic books. And so they've got, the Superman, the Russian Superman, red sun logo. And socialists need to shut the fuck up. I mean, they're getting to be a little too bold right now. You guys are actually ruining the Democrat Party. We're going to be a one-party system. We got the Republicans that lean so far to the left right now. The Republican Party, I know people don't want to hear it. The Republican Party is more liberal than it's been in a long, long, long time. A long time. And the Democrat Party has gone way, way, way over to the left. That you could sit there and openly talk about socialism for the United States of America, like on this scale. I mean, look. Where's Senator McCarthy? All right, so she says this. We need a symbol that says we're socialists and love comic books. This guy goes, here's one. There's your symbol of being a socialist and loving comics. Trying not to go out of business sale. All collections 50% off and much more on sale. Stop in. Keep a local business open. Damn. Love it. Absolutely love this. I had to applaud this person. This is a symbol of socialism in comics right here. Stores going out of business. Product that nobody wants to buy. Uncomfortable environments for normal people. This is it. This is it. Perfect clapback. I had to applaud. And just shut up about it. It's socialism. Go get a goddamn job. Get a job. These people, pay for my college. Pay for your college. Pay for your education, your student loans. What the fuck? Where does that begin? Where does that end? How come only you? What, are we going to do that for everyone from now on? What about other people who actually are still in debt from like 20 years ago? We're going to pay off their student loans too, or just this pansy-ass generation? Where does it begin? Where does it end? God, fuck these people. Fuck them. Everything's selfish. Nobody's thinking about their neighbor. They're thinking about themselves. These people think about themselves all day long. And I say this over and over again. This means everything to me. Andrea, my beautiful wife, has said to me, Ethan, in all things there are givers and takers. That is how to understand the world around you. You want to understand the world around you, say, is this person a giver or a taker? Are they actually giving more to the world than they're taking, or what? Now, I am a giver. I am somebody who has people on my live streams. I receive no profit from it. But at the same time, the reason why I do that, the reason why I help people, the reason why I am Comicsgate, see the little Comicsgate Live? The reason why I believe in that hashtag is because it allows other people, me and other people, to succeed and make money in comics in an industry that would otherwise blacklist them, in an industry that doesn't understand how to support itself, in an industry that has become bankrupt at this point. People starving to death because they're so stupid. They've got so much talent and absolutely nothing upstairs. They don't care about making a profit. They don't care about actually succeeding in comics. They don't care about any of that stuff. If you do care about that stuff, people look at you weird. I said when I left DC Comics, my quote was, "I'm going to the indies to get rich." And people said, it's funny. There's no money in comics, asshole. There is. You just have to know how to go out and get it. And we have created a roadmap. Me and Zach created a roadmap that anyone can follow. And people don't want to follow it. People don't want to follow this disciplined roadmap. They don't want to do it. But this is what you need to do. And I'll say it again. You need to find an audience. You need to cultivate an audience. Then you can crowdfund. And you can crowdfund best. You're going to be best off by keeping even though I just made fun of socialists here, fuck socialists, even still. Keeping divisive politics to yourself, keeping your religion to yourself, just trying to sell product. Trying to sell product to people. Thinking about the customers. Customer service. Don't call your customers Nazis. That is the problem. So many people right now in comics are just calling anyone who disagrees with them Nazis. Just follow this simple roadmap. You're going to do fine. You're going to do really, really well. People don't want to do that. So that's, Comicsgate is a method. It's kind of a way. It just means good customer service. And, if you do it, you're going to succeed. You can fight it all you want. You could say Comicsgate's dead. Comicsgate will never be dead. It's not me. It's not my friends. It's not whether or not everybody wants to hang out with me. I'm a hard master. I'm strict. You might not like some of the things that I say. You might disagree with me. That has nothing to do with Comicsgate. I'm a fallible individual too. But, this roadmap towards success in indie comics applies to everyone. It works every time it's tried. People who are amateurs who have very little experience find themselves making an enormous amount of money on a crowdfund campaign. And on the opposite side of the coin, you've got people who have been working in comics all their lives, who are not Comicsgate, who are SJWs, who launch campaigns. It takes 42 SJWs to make the same amount of money that somebody like Nasser Rabadi would make on a comic book, utilizing Comicsgate principles. 42 versus Nasser. 42 adults, people who have done comics their whole lives. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Their whole methodology of insulting customers, being dickheads, not trying to produce work that interests people. It's this weird selfishness. It doesn't work. All right, so back to givers and takers. Try to give back. When it comes to being in Comicsgate, this is what I tell some of the guys that are on the show. Try to give back as much as you take. I've gotten so much from this fan base, so much from this community, so much. I feel like I owe it back. I gotta promote people. I gotta help other people succeed too. Otherwise, I will be at a dearth of karma. I want my karma to remain as good as possible. So I try to help people. That doesn't always go that well. People have egos. People don't like to be helped. They resent having been helped. You find that out, which is weird as hell. You would think intuitively that like people who receive help, who are asking for help and actually receive it, would be grateful. Most of the time, no. Most of the time, they resent it. They want to destroy you and kind of push you under the carpet, so that it can seem like they never asked for help in the first place. It's a bizarre phenomenon, but it is. I'm finding out that is true. Give back as much as you take. I tell these guys, look, if you come on the show here, you get a little promotion for your comics, you make a little money. Your job now going forward is not only to promote your own comic, but when you see your brother in Comicsgate actually, or sister, there are sisters too, actually trying to promote and tweet out their campaign, their promo, your job is to retweet it. Your job is to talk it up, retweet it. You have to do that. If you don't do that, you're a taker. If you have a platform and you're not having people on your platform all the time to help promote their comics, you're a taker. You make six figures, on a Comicsgate based campaign, and everyone helps you out, and you don't return the favor by using your show to promote other Comicsgaters and other small press Comicsgate campaigns, guys who really need your help, you're a taker. You're a taker. That's it. You just take things. You don't help people. You just take. Take. That's a bad thing. Try to be both. You want to take some help, give it back, help people out, and that to me has explained the whole world. I mean, Andrea just telling me, look, the world is made up of givers and takers. That just explains everything. Which are you? You don't want to just be a giver. You want to also take. Of course, you want to take your, you want to take what you need. But I mean, get out there and promote other people, help other people, help this thing to grow. And then don't be jealous of other people. Other people are going to succeed at different levels. It's not going to be equal. There's no equality in this. There's no equality of outcome. But there should be equality of opportunity. I think that should be a fair statement. I think everybody should be able to help one another. Help one another out. And we'll see what the customers choose. Some customers are going to like this book better than this book. They're going to like this creator better than this creator. But, that's going to be up to them. Everybody should get a chance. And then everybody should kind of be grateful for what comes their way. Let me see here. Pat E says, wish you would take phone calls, Uncle Ethan. Well, I don't know how to do that yet. What would you say if you called me up? Shut up. Let me read some super chats here and see what's up. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Did you see? Okay, so we read that one. Great Loner says, buy a good PC monitor so you can enjoy movies. I have a great PC monitor. I'm thinking about getting two of them. Get two of the same monitor here. People tell me I need two monitors to do OBS really well. Madaween says, I heard Einstein cremated himself when the coroner wasn't watching. Did he cremate himself? Epstein, you mean? Did Epstein, was his body cremated? Kenny Jones says, send a super chat earlier on this one. Send a super chat earlier on. So this one I wanted to know when you and Jeff Johns had to brainstorm ideas. Did you enjoy it, or was it kind of a drag later? No, it was almost always great, dude. It was almost always great because I think, we would just take the time and just kind of enjoy saying crazy things, and just kind of hashing out and building something. There was a lot of kind of yes and, with Jeff Johns. You would give him an idea. He would give you an idea. We just try to kind of build on what each other, what we were thinking about. And it was always fun. It was always a good time, Hector Lopez says, that was way too feminine for Mags. Mark C says, when Piers Morgan says liberals are too left, you have a problem. Check Ben Shapiro's Sunday conversation with him. Yeah, I saw that. Liberals have become too far left. And I still, here's the thing, like, people go, Ethan, you're a liberal. Like, the weird thing that with me politically is that, extreme right-wingers think I'm a liberal, and liberals think I'm Hitler. Or SJWs think I'm Hitler. So I guess I'm a centrist. I kind of see myself as just a run-of-the-mill Republican, without too many radical ideas. I'm pro-gun rights. I'm anti-abortion. But I'm cool with gay rights. Obviously, I think I make that clear. I don't see any reason why they, basically I'm maximum freedom. As long as you're not hurting someone else, I'm kind of maximum freedom. So that's my point of view. I might even be kind of a libertarian in a lot of ways. Fiscally conservative, socially a little bit more liberal. But some of this stuff is getting a little bit kooky. Honestly, the idea of questioning your infants, whether or not your infant is transgendered, is goddamn insane. And everybody should be able to say that. That is craziness. Let's see. Raging Golden Eagle says talentless people need someone else to do the work for them and then give them handouts. They can't actually do something on their own. Liam Gray says they can have children or want to dress in diapers and be them so they don't care about the future or anyone else. Charlie's London says, EVS, you and Comicsgate gave me back my passion for comics. That's great. Grendel Prime joined the channel. Thank you, Grendel Prime. Appreciate that. If you guys haven't joined the channel yet and want to, the join button is right next to the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. I'm pretty close to having 600 members now. So it'd be cool to get to 600. If you haven't joined, it's like one super chat. It's like a $4.99 per month donation to the channel. I receive about $3 of that, and it just makes it easier because almost all of my videos are getting demonetized now. I don't complain about it too much, but when I record a video, it gets demonetized no matter what. And I just made one recently about Disney and the SpiderMan situation. It got demonetized. For what? There's nothing wrong with that. And I really suspect it's Disney just cracking down on criticism. Like, they're going to see if they can work hand in hand with Google and YouTube to demonetize videos criticizing them now. I think it's completely unfair. I don't even think I used any bad language in that video, so it's odd. So anyway, yeah, if you join the channel and you become a new member, definitely appreciate your support. Pat E says, wish you would take phone calls, Uncle Ethan. Yeah, that would be interesting. But I mean, I can still just read, I can just read your, I can read your messages. I can read what you say in the chat. Wow, Mystique LeBeau, thank you for joining the channel. Appreciate you very much. Thank you. Let's see, where is this here? Boom, boom. There we go. Yeah, demonetized for wrong think. But I mean, I don't talk too much politics in my videos. I guess I do in the live streams a little bit more. But when it comes to the videos themselves, I'm not really very political. I just talk about corruption, I think. And there is corruption in Disney. I think everyone knows that now. I think Disney, especially at this point, have become thoroughly, thoroughly corrupt. Let's see. Kenny Jones says, considering buying Vampirella poster, what are the dimensions so I can frame it? 18 inches by 24 inches, and it is beautiful. I mean, I've got one hanging on my wall right over there. I don't know if you can see it, like behind the, so you can kind of see the dimensions of it, maybe. I hope, Okay, let's see. It's big, like it's a pretty big poster. Unhinged Crank says, EVS, what do you use to make your thumbnails and various Laughing Man art changes to your thumbnails? Example, Angry Laughing Man the other day. That is all 3D Robin's work. 3D Robin does those for me. I don't want my thumbnails to be my own work. It's just too much for me. It's like, it would look too weird. So I actually have 3D Robin who has made a bunch of different Laughing Man logos for me. And he does, I mean, he's very, he's flexible. He can do a lot of different things. He also did the three-dimensional models for Salamandroid and Cyberfrog that are going to be used to make toys and statues and stuff. So it's pretty cool. If he did take calls, he'd need to hire a screener. I don't know if I would. I'd have anybody on. The thing about it is that, I liked being on the kill stream that one time and just weirdos calling in and yelling at me. A few people called in that were really sweet, like fans of the show. And I definitely appreciated that. But I mean, I don't need to screen calls. You can call in and yell at me and, call me the F word and stuff like that. That's cool. Austin Kaiser says, why don't Comicsgate creators make a new Marvel/DC? Because we're all independent, and because ultimately, if we did that, it would be a company. Like, everybody wants to do their own thing. Everybody has their own ideas. Zach is, wait until you hear what Zach's got going on. Zach's going to blow your mind. Everybody's got their own concepts, their own ideas about things, and everybody wants to go their own way. So that is, I think, being in a big company would kind of be counterproductive. Everybody would have to sort of swim the same direction. I mean, I'm starting All Caps Comics. I've got All Caps Comics. I'm going to be hiring some people from Comicsgate. But, and that's going to be a dictatorship, It's like, who wants to do that if they don't have to? Jared Mitchell says, today I am a giver. Well, thank you for $5. I guess you are a giver. I didn't actually mean you had to give me money, but I definitely appreciate it. Moot Point says, have Andrea screen the calls. Andrea would hang up on a lot of people. She'd be like, no, this is bullshit. Click. Swinging Cod says, thanks for $5. He says, EVS, you may be getting auto-demonetized. Put in a manual review and it'll be lifted. You've been put on the naughty list. Check out It's Gundam for info. Or It's a Gundam. Yeah, no, I know I've been put on the naughty list. I know it's auto, and I do have manual reviews, but the problem is it takes a longer and longer time to get that review put in. So, by the time like they finally lift. But you know what? I mean, the thing about it is the video about SpiderMan and Marvel, they did do a manual review, and they concurred that it deserved to be demonetized. I couldn't believe it. I still don't understand why that is. I put in a manual review for everything, and a lot of times I get away with murder, but this time it was just like, no, we are keeping this episode demonetized. So I was like, all right. Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me because honestly, it's like I felt like when I make recorded videos, I try to keep them PG or PG-13. And I don't think they're too controversial, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's see here. What's Myers scheming now, says Andino Flascio. You'll see. You're going to be very impressed with him. We talked about it yesterday, he and I. Let's see. Duranus says, EVS, are you illustrating Jordan Peterson's next book? Considering it. I've got it. I'm really busy right now, and I want to do it. Last time, I got it finished. It's funny, we're on the same timeline. Last time I got it finished in November, and if I do it, I'll probably have it finished in November as well. Yeah, he's emailed me a couple times like, hey, where are the illustrations for the book? Just give me a minute. Let's see here. Action figures, says Greg Levitra. Going with McFarlane Toys or launching it all yourself? Launching it all myself. I would love to go with McFarlane Toys, but I don't know how to go about that, and I don't know if he would do it. A Man in Lunacy says Mitch is kind of starting his own Marvel. Yeah, Mitch Breitweiser is he's starting his own little publishing empire, which looks like it's going to work out. Yeah, Brian M says that seems to be what Mitch is trying to do. Yeah, everybody's trying to do their own thing. I mean, what Mitch is doing isn't that different from what I'm doing. But he's got some good talent coming along with him, like Kelsey Shannon. It's pretty impressive. Edgar Tarley says, EVS, if you don't do it, Doug to Naples will. Don't do what? Oh, illustrate the Jordan Peterson book. Hey, you can do it. That's fine. Eric Weather says, I'll illustrate it, EVS. All right. I think he wants it to be consistent. There's, what? Honestly, the truth of the matter is, like, my time has become worth a lot more than it was when I illustrated the first one. I don't know. Let's see. Sweetcat says, Uncle E, do you want to hire any writers? It's possible. It's possible. I really want to develop my writing muscle. I don't know if I want to work with other writers. I think I want to learn to write. And it'll take a little while, but I mean, I really think I am a writer. Like inside, I think there's a writer in me. I'm supposed to be my own writer. Gus Tyler Bush says, tell us more about Fearsome. Fearsome is I don't want to tell you too much about it, but it's about a guy with narcolepsy in a town that has had a history of child abduction. And it's a superhero book. I think it's a supernatural superhero book. Is Sean Gordon Murphy crowdfunding a coloring book, or is he joining Comicsgate? I think Sean Gordon Murphy has some sympathies to Comicsgate. I think practically speaking, he agrees with everything. The problem with Comicsgate is that, it has been so thoroughly slimed by SJWs, who just kind of have convinced people that somehow what we do is scream about how we hate women. I mean, they hate women. That's all they do is harass women and marginalize people. And obviously, you guys are a part of Comicsgate, and you know that that's ridiculous. That's not at all what we do. It's not at all what our purpose is. But because they did that, and this is one of their kind of tactics, they put that sort of dirt on you, that's, I guess normal people who only do this much investigation into the question of what is anything are going to just go along with that. Like, this is the harassment movement against women. Yes, that's right. I gather you all here together, and I encourage you to harass women and marginalize people. That's what I do every single day, evidently. It's not about comics. It's not about criticizing, what's going on at Disney or criticizing anything else. I'm sitting here telling you guys, I guess, to go harass gays and trans people. And they wish that was true. It's like these SJWs wish that was true. They live in such a strange world. They live in such a strange alternate reality. An ugly, weird alternate reality that doesn't make sense to, given a moment's scrutiny, a moment's thought. Nothing they believe ever makes any sense, and it just isn't real. It just is not, the idea that Trump is working with the Russians is insane. The President Trump working with the Russians or being puppeteered by the Russians is insane, and yet they want to believe it, so they do believe it. That's the same situation as Comicsgate. So somebody like Sean Gordon Murphy doesn't even want to get tangled in that. Like, that's my fight. My fight is to make it so that Comicsgate doesn't mean that, or didn't mean that and never did, So, that's something I want to do. That isn't something he wants to do. He just wants to kind of, go along with the kind of stuff that we talk about, crowdfund his comic, because I think he sees the industry can't really afford somebody of his talent. And we'll see what he does. We'll see first of all, what it is that he's crowdfunding. Is it going to be a story or a sketchbook, or what exactly it's going to be? And then, his success is going to, instruct a lot more people. And in a way, it's better if he just kind of, stays away from Comicsgate. Is it? I don't know. It's better if he kind of stays away from Comicsgate and just does this just to show people that this is a model that can work for anyone, Right. So I'm hoping it works. Sweetcast says, I keep hoping that I'll get sexually harassed, but it never happens. I should really rethink my life. You're not sexually harassed within Comicsgate. Well, you're a man, Sweetcast. You're a white male. You have to ask the women. Let's see. Margaret Miracle. Do you feel harassed? Charlie's London says, come on, Margaret Miracle, let's feel harassed. Cars in Depth says, check out Humans of Flat on Twitter about how ugly, flat, fat representations of people are dominating design. Maybe related to CalArts Drek. That's interesting. I'll look into that, I kind of noticed that myself. All right. I don't know. Sounds like Andrea is home from shopping. I have to go buy some furniture today. Cyberfrog and Vampirella exclusive variant cover. Oh, yeah. Let's just show that really quick. Thank you for that. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. Cyberfrog Blood Honey team up cover. By the way, this is it. We've got 3 more days. I'm going to close this out for good. No, 2 more days. I'm closing this out for good tomorrow, Friday at midnight. That's going to be it for the Cyberfrog Blood Honey team up cover. And so if you don't have it, get it. And I think you're gonna feel sad, because I'm pretty sure we are going to be ready to go next week. Also up here, my Vampirella #1 red foil variant cover, which is doing very well. My goodness, $26,101. Thank you guys. You can get this cover. Let me scroll down. Here it is again. The logo that says Vampirella will be very special. It'll be in red foil, so it's going to be shiny and metallic, or silver foil, or gold foil. That's your choice. You can get them signed for $40 or just not signed, just regular for $20. Yeah, we've got 18 more days on this one, so make sure to grab one of these if you haven't yet. Definitely appreciate you guys and your incredible and consistent support. You are the best. Thank you. All right, I guess that's it. I guess I'll go to hell now. I guess I'll go to hell. I guess I'll get to work and go see what Andrew is up to. But thank you guys again. And remember what I said. I mean, takers and givers. I mean, actually, if you're on Twitter, you are somebody who is trying to do an Indiegogo campaign. The best thing that you can do is, retweet, support these creators, support these creative people, and then just, I think you're entitled to the same support yourself. The Mob Seat said, did Cautionary Comics go out of business? I honestly don't know. I have no idea. Ben Henderson disappeared out of the blue. I have no idea. I have not spoken to him. I don't know where he went. But, I guess we'll hear from him soon, I think. All right, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.